Good afternoon, it is Wednesday, man, dudes, and welcome to your buyer's guide. I need a haircut special edition. Quick one before we start off with the top 10 though. There are still, the checkpoint specials are still on at Evetech, but some of the stock is sold out. You'll notice the 27-inch curve is no longer with us. That has now run out of stock. So guys, if you are looking at getting this, there was a considerable amount of stock there at Evetech, but now, yeah, things are getting a little bit tighter. $3,000 for a 144 hertz right now. If you've been wanting to go 144, to get the dull, it's 3-year warranty premium panel. It's a good one. And on the other side of the checkpoint specials, we've got the Hikvision SSDs. I'm going to be talking about this one later because I bought one and I've tested it now, so I can actually give you some really good consumer feedback, and I'll be showing one of the upgrade kits as well. But starting off with the top 10 at number 10, this Thrustmaster joystick is now 450 Rand. It was 499. It's gone down another 10%. So it makes it just even that much better. It's got a trigger, point of view hat, it's got a twist grip. It's got all the things you'll need if you're going to play something like War Thunder, for instance, which is a free-to-play game. This will just enhance your experience that much more. And if you're going to play choppers and other sort of stuff, there are enough controls in here that you can feasibly have rudder pedals and everything assigned to the various buttons. And staying with Thrustmaster at number 9, we have the T80 racing wheel, which for its price is kind of disgusting that you get a full racing wheel for $2,000 with flappy paddle gearbox and proper, you know, like it's a proper base setup. I would say this is like an entry level. It is an entry level product, but at least it can desk clamp and it's got all of the right kind of check boxes for me. If you're looking at getting into sim racing and stuff, start off here. Don't go and buy the $5,000 wheel. Buy this first, use it for a year, see how it feels. If you're enjoying, you know, your sim or whatever the case is, then you can upgrade after the fact. But moving forward at number 8, it is a Hikvision 512 gig for $900. $900 now for an 512 gig SSD, under 1,000 Rand with a 5-year warranty. Hikvision E1000 is very good. I have reviewed them. It is on the Evetech YouTube channel, so if you want to check the specific scores for Crystal Disk Mark 6 versus like an NVMe or anything like that, then it's all inside of that review. At number 7 is your boy's favorite budget wireless mouse. Once again, a review from your boy with the Surface as well, but the primary thing about this mouse is it can operate off a single AA battery for up to 70 hours and it's sub 100 gram. So it's got the right sensor, the right weight, the right look and feel. It's ambidextrous as well, so if you are lefty, you're going to lose out on those thumb buttons, right, being on one side of the mouse, but at least it's ambi and you can still use it, and it is wireless, and like I said, it's just 96 grams. At number 6, it's the Corsair 275 Airflow. I'm going to keep featuring this case while it's on special because at 1,250 Rand, there's pretty much nothing that I can see around that compares. It comes with two 120s and the extractor at the back as well. So honestly, you might want to add in maybe a fan or two extra on top of this. But if you've got a mid-range gaming PC that's air-cooled, this should be enough airflow for that. And like I said, these dimensions are just really good. Look how much space you have there for fat boy GPUs and then water cooling. So you can do your water cooling on intake on the front. You could even feasibly push-pull over here. If you're going like a 240, I would say you can see the 360 is going to, the case and the PSU shroud is going to get in the way. But having built in this recently, I can say that the layout and everything is really nicely done by old Corsair and the Garretts and everything. Everything checked the right boxes for me. And at the price point, like I said, there's just nothing with a tempered side glass and this kind of thing. You should be able to use this while it's got a 2-year local warranty. It's for the fans really. This should be the last case you'll probably need because GPU lengths are actually coming back down and getting shorter as we go into like the mid to high range. If you look at like a 3060 Ti, 3070 kind of level, you know, 6600 XT to say 67, maybe 6800s even, they should fit quite comfortably in here. Breaking into the top half at number 5, it's the E1000 1TB for 1,700 Rand. It's kind of nuts. It's not a new drive by any measure, it's still Gen 3 stuff, but it's good enough at the price point that it's better than a 2.5 inch. Well, obviously, because it can do 2,100 read write. I just tested it to 1950, although I was busy with other applications and stuff running, and the write was just under 1,300. So that was with applications and stuff running. But what I noticed in that Crystal Disk Mark test was the small file handling was really, really good still. It was 80% of what I got from my E2000. So for like as an OS drive or as a gaming drive or something like that, this is going to be fantastic. I'm personally using it to edit a lot as well, because I got a lot of 4K footage now, which is going into the reviews, and they're sizable. You're looking at like 300 megabytes for like 15 seconds worth of video. So I need something that's obviously got some VUMA and some power to edit off of. So I picked one of these up. They do have a 5-year local warranty as well on them, so that just makes that cost of ownership like really aggressive, like 300 odd rand a year for NVMe, for 1 TB NVMe. It's a very good deal. At number 4, it's a bit of an ancestral upgrade kit that I actually just built with. That was really good. I helped a lad out with his first real gaming PC with this setup in it, and Ryzen 5 3600 with 16 gig RAM and the X470 is a past generation build, but for 6,500 rand, it's disgustingly well priced. That's, you normally pay about 4 grand just for the processor. So for 2.5 grand, you're getting a proper motherboard. The X470 is nicely set up. It's got extra power phasing on it as well. So if you want to upgrade to like a 12 core or a 16 core in the future, you know, say someone's upgrading from a 3900X to a 5900X of the next generation, then you could put that in here and the power phasing and stuff will carry you through. The 3600 as well is not exactly a bad chip. It's not a 5600X. It's more comparable to the 5600G right now, just obviously without the built-in graphics. So if you need a if you're looking at building it for a gaming PC, it's still going to be perfect, right? And then DDR4 of the 3200 megahertz variety. What I would suggest though is do that upgrade to get the 32 gig. It's worth 1,600 rand because you're going to get dual channel at 3200 CL16. That's going to give you like a 15% performance bump over not having the dual channel. It makes the world of difference to have it, especially on 3000 series RYZEN. But all of that for 6.5 grand. I mean, even if we throw in the extra 16 gig RAM, what does it come to? 8 grand, 8,100 bucks. You've got a system that can literally take any GPU pretty much and not bottleneck for 8 grand as a base platform. Those 20 grand like high-end gaming PCs are looking that much more realistic right now. At number 3, its Corsair 60%. This thing looks super spicy. Cherry MX speeds are really nice switches. They've done some, well, you can see some niceties and stuff to the way that the keycaps look and feel. It's a 60% keyboard, and the price point is very aggressive from Corsair. Normally Corsair goes for like a bit more of a premium setup, especially because they only use Cherry MX switches. But this at 1,589 rand is like disgusting. If I was I like TKL because I like to have my page up, page down and all of that sort of stuff, because I do a lot of typing as well, so I really like to have those on hand. So I kind of don't want to get away from that personally. But if you're a 60% guy, then this is the best keyboard at the money. Pretty much I think this is the best value keyboard in the entire market right now. At number 2, it's the glorious Model O. This wireless mouse for 1,300 rand is basically like 100 bucks more than all of the other competitors' wireless mouse. I have done a full review on it. Unfortunately, we're having problems here and there with some embedding, but 69 grams wireless is kind of nasty. It will get you a full day's battery life. It comes with a nice connecting block as well. So I don't know if it is in here, but there's like another connecting block that has the Type-C in the back of it, then the block, and then your connector on the front for your wireless. So if your battery does die, you can literally disconnect and connect into the mouse and carry on playing immediately. And then I would say probably after 20-30 minutes of playing like that, you can go back to the wireless system, probably play another 3-4 hours like that after the fact. So it's nicely set up, it's cleverly done. The BAMF sensor there has been reports of it having some sort of delay on it. I honestly didn't feel it. Although I'm not going to expect you to take my word for it entirely. Do check out the review. You can check gameplay and all of that sort of stuff therein. And finally, your deal of the week. It's the 11700K bundle. This specifically is really good bang for buck right now. Intel and 6-core and 8-core are pretty much the best bang for buck if you're buying new, like current generation stuff. And they did something now with B560 that just makes it that much more relevant. You can now finally do proper RAM overclocking on your B560 platform. So you can't overclock the processor, but you can set up XMP profiles for higher end memory. So the 3200 megahertz that comes in this kit, you'll be able to run it at full chat. If you then, like I would normally suggest, do the upgrade to 32, you're going to look at 12598 with water cooling, with 32 gigs RAM, with a proper motherboard. The power phasing on this board and stuff is enough that it should be an 8+2 or 8+1. I don't see it on the listing over here, but just based on the look at what I'm looking at MOSFET wise and with the connector up top there, it does look like it's going to be at least an 8+1. So for a 95 watt TDP chip, that's perfect because you've got like 120 watts worth of headroom. This will go up to 125 watts, so you have got that headroom in order to push the chip to its maximum boost. And then to make sure it stays there, you get a 240ml water cooling kit. And this, combined with like whatever GPU you want, whatever blows your hair back, there are 6600 XTs and 6700 XTs over there for people who are just looking to game at stupid prices right now. AMD on graphics is just disgustingly price pointed. If you are creative though, I would suggest you look at getting an RTX so you can use in video broadcast as I am right now, which silences my mic and then cuts me all out. All of that is then thrown in on top like of your graphics card. You get it as like a software add-on. So yeah, that, like, take a RTX 3070 Ti plus that bundle, you pretty much have like the top 1% of gaming in the world right now. Anywho, that is all I have for you in this top 10. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be doing another huge giveaway in the near future. I'm thinking of doing something spicy for you all for Christmas. But anyway, until then, I'll see you on the flip side. Have a good one.